All right. Good afternoon, everybody. David E. Taylor. You are a piece of shit. And what I'm going to talk about today, David, is how you're backed in a corner. And basically what needs to be focused on now, everybody, is we have to focus on the behaviors of this destructive leader. Because David is a destructive cult leader. He's manipulating mentally ill people. And his MO, his modus operation, modus, I think is what it is, modus operandi. Come here, Marilyn, you're not going anywhere. Do a video with me, okay? That's how David has to function. Is he has to manipulate mentally ill people, and I have proof of this, David. I have proof. That you manipulate mentally ill people into donating their money to you. So this is something, although I don't think there's any legislation against it, there should be. There should be. This should be equal. What David's doing, that should be equal to like abusing the elderly. How do you scam mentally ill people? Like, does that make you feel good about yourself, David? The fact that you have to scam mentally ill people and that you feel high and mighty and powerful that you can scam these mentally ill people? Like, does that make you feel good about yourself? That's what I'm curious about. The fact that you're sitting by scamming all these people, manipulating people, brainwashing people into believing you're some prophet, David, and you're not. Come here, Brandon. Come here. Come here. Come on, little lady. Come here. Sorry, guys. Robertson winning all the time commented, great work, thank you. I want to say thank you to all the subscribers too. I hit 300 subs this week, so thank you guys. Joe Gonzalez 22, thanks for the shout out. Let's take this scam down. Joe Gonzalez, I'm really trying to. It's a group effort. I can't do it myself. I wish I could. The way I would like to do it is probably illegal. That's just me. The way this has to be done is legally. This has to be done through the justice system, through the courts, through the authorities, through the government. Although I don't think the government's going to get involved because they're whole separation of church and state, but yet the government's paid by the church. Again, I try not to get political on my channel, but our government's corrupt, guys. Sorry to say. We very much live in a capitalist government where the government is capitalizing on our tax money. The church is capitalizing on our tax money. All this money is off the books, but yet you, me, you, Joe Gonzalez, Jada Shelby, Burnt Reynolds, new subscriber, thank you. Jughead 1975, Kid Frost, Buffy Smith, Just a Mom, Ethelda, that's a scam. Go Team Cook, Lindy Cash, JMMI Cult Watch. We all pay our fucking taxes, man. But yet here we go. This guy gets scot-free. Millions. All these prosperity ministers, millions. Just think of what that could do for our country. Social services, food stamps, people who need welfare, medical coverage for people who don't have it. I just found out that Jeff Bezos, that piece of shit, stepped down from being the CEO of his company. What the fuck does that matter? Like, he's still a billionaire. Like, that guy's a piece of shit, too. Sorry, guys. I'm off on a tangent right now. I can't even remember where I was going. Oh, focusing on the behavior of bringing down David. That's what has to be done. As far as just stopping him, there's no just stopping him. You can't just stop it. We live in a free country, and our country allows scam artists, piece of shit like David, to operate his scam. That's why we're here, because nobody else is doing anything about it. That's why we're here. Is to bring this piece of shit down, because nobody else will do it. The government's got bigger fish to fry right now. Think they're gonna worry about some piece of shit false prophet that's scamming millions of dollars? The one thing the government can't deal with, is money being scammed from them. There was a kind of a saying. If anybody saw this series Narcos on Netflix, there's one part where he's narrating. He's like, at one point the government, they're sending, thousands of tons of cocaine into America, but when the government found out we were sending millions of dollars into a foreign country, they just couldn't couldn't live with. So it makes me wonder how the government lives with this. Because if I miss my taxes, they'll be all over me. They'll be all over me, all over you. Namby-pamby, Turkmenistan #1, Apostle David E. Taylor Comedy Channel, Lord Pender, they'll be all over you guys. So we have to focus on the behavior. The more fraud reports that get filed on this piece of shit, the better. That's the route it has to go right now, everybody, fraud reports have to be filed. Because they're not just going to go get him on saying, oh, well, there's people here and, he's manipulating them. People can do whatever they want on their own free will. If David wants to be a manipulating piece of shit, that's on you, David. Callie Rios commented, if you make money off selling the Axe Michelle t-shirts, you could use the money to help people escape culture and humanitarian causes. Just a thought. That's what I would do with it. It would be a total. I would donate 100% of the money. I wouldn't keep any of it. That's exactly what it would go to. It would go for a cause. Callie Rios, no doubt. Again, the whole shirt thing is it would be. I'm not trying to sound like a dick, but it'd be like building David's stage. It'd be like spending dollars to make pennies kind of thing, I mean, it costs about $25-$30 to make a shirt, and then, the profit would be maybe $2 or $3 per shirt, Could it work to go to a cause? Absolutely. Every little bit helps. No doubt about that. And David did come out live the other night with that fucking weirdo Bloomer, whatever the hell his name is. Bishop Bloomer. And it just shows that David has to have like all these other yes men come out because anybody seeing Joseph lately? No. But last time I spoke to Rebecca, I heard Joseph in the background. And here's another thing I want to get at. Anybody that's over in that housing subdivision where David is now living at the 18205 Hager Lane, let me double check that. 182, yeah. The 18205 Hager Lane in Chesterfield, Missouri. If there's anybody there in that HOA, there's a scam call center being run out of that address now. There's a cult ministry, okay? This guy's scamming millions, and the money he bought that house with is most likely laundered money. So just to let everybody know, okay? It's a 5-bedroom. So some people that don't know about this house, okay? It's 5 bedrooms, 6 bath, 4 feet shy of 8,000 square feet. He was like, it's almost like you're trying to outdo Harold Lewis with this 8,000 square foot house, okay? Home value, $1.5 million. It's a nice house. I mean, that's not too bad for 1.5. It's 11 acres. And it's almost compound like there's a driveway to get up to the actual house. So it makes sense why David would run the scam out of this, because nobody can see what he's doing. And David, because you're so fucking paranoid, like you're not going to let anybody onto the property. Like, this house is nice, man. This house is really nice. It's hard to believe that your people are donating money to you and you're living like this. Makes me wonder how the IRS hasn't caught on to your fucking scam yet, man. But again, in America, it's weird the way this works. It's, David could buy this house. This is just, man. So anybody out there that might have somebody donating money to this piece of shit, go ahead and look online at 18205 Hager Lane and look at the money. Look at the mansion that your money is buying you. Okay? Look at the money. So all the money that's being donated is buying David's houses. I mean, if anybody hasn't gone online and looked, I recommend everybody go online and look at this fucking mansion, man. You know, it's absolutely disgusting, really. It really is, David. Like David, you're the epitome of a slob, man. Like what you're doing. Abraham Ayala, how do people still believe this even after so many televangelist preachers have been exposed? You know what? I don't know, man. People are fucking brainless. JMMI Cult Watch, not surprising. David's first appearance on video in 6 months, and he's begging for money. LOL. Yeah, because he's a fucking moron. Vought Prince, come on, hurry, give me money now. Don't take the time to think about what you're doing. Just send it now, David E. Taylor. Otar the Mad, Roshiko Basakato. I can't get over the speaking in tongues bullshit. Otar, that's what got me hooked eventually. That was one of the catalysts for me to do what I'm doing. Lenny Cash, I can't believe he showed his face and I missed it. Yeah. It. Austin Kelly, I can't believe people are still giving money to this false prophet and his false god. They do know it's cheaper ways to hell. Yeah, there's cheaper ways to hell, you guys. Okay, guys. So long story short, now that again we have David he won't come out live anymore. He came out live and begged for money. Now we have to focus on the behavior. Is David a destructive leader? Absolutely. Is he committing fraud? Absolutely. Is there ways we can report this? Yes, you're a tax-paying citizen. I've reported the fraud. I can only report it so many times. I would recommend everybody else go on and go to the IRS website and report this piece of shit. That's the only way this is going to happen. The only way it's going to stop. We have the addresses, we have names, phone numbers, we know where his cold headquarters are. Haley62, it's been a while, but hello to you. Thank you for informing us. People need to wake up. And too many fishes out there, my God. Yeah, there's too many fish in the sea. I am no one. I've been seeing you. You're on board with helping. I hope I spoke with you. I believe I have proof of their whereabouts. I spoke with you too. I know where they're at. Let's see. Okay, so anyways, guys, behavior focus now. He's backed in a corner. There's nothing really he can do to move. His new mansion is a compound, basically. You know, and like I said, David, I have eyes on you everywhere, and I know you had roving guards at your old mansion. I know you had people out there dressed in black suits, and when people would walk by, you'd have your little fucking minions come out from the shadows and shit. Like some really weird shit. So again, your new house makes it even more safer for you to run your scam out of, right? So again, anybody that's in that subdivision, you know, can we get the word out there that there's a scam call center being operated in that house now? Because it was moved from your 1302 Wild Horse Meadows. Makes sense why you moved in January. So you moved in January over to the new house because that's when all the paperwork went down, was in January. But it's still not sure if it's being rented or bought, you know. Some kind of, it's the David Taylor fucking scam deal or some shit. So, questions, comments, concerns, you guys leave them below. Let's get the word out to that subdivision that there is a scam being operated there now. So, if anybody knows that area and has connections there, Wiccan Goddess, I tried calling that number and I couldn't get through to anybody. I'll try calling again tomorrow if I can and see if I can't get through to somebody. But basically what that number was it was basically like that number was basically like a maintenance company that works, you know, that fixes houses kind of thing. But I did call, I left numerous messages and nobody's called me back. So I still got to do some searching on that end. But if anybody knows that area and, you know, knows anybody there, get with them and let them know that David's there and running a scam, okay? Shouldn't be hard to miss. He's probably got about 20 cars parked in the driveway because they all moved from the 1302 Wild Horse Meadows over to the 18205 Hager Lane. So, guys, the scam's still being ran. He's tie up his phone lines. That's how that's how we stop the scam right now. That's how we keep him from stop running his scam, is to tie up the phone lines, because that's where he operates, is on the phone. He's Facebook. If you're listening, you piece of shit, Mark Zuckerberg, this guy is running fucking multiple Facebook accounts to run a scam on your fucking stupid ass platform. He's running it on YouTube, Instagram, Periscope. You know, this guy's just running a scam any way he can. So let's stop him, guys. We have to get him on the behavior. Tie up the phone lines. Call it. The longer you can tie up the phone lines, the better. That keeps him from running the scam. That's one thing, and then file a report with the IRS. That's the next thing. And again, the HOA, if you're listening and watching this, there is a scam being run out of that house, okay? So, questions, comments, concerns, you guys leave it below. Everybody have a good week. David Taylor, you're a piece of shit, man, and I can't wait, dude. I can't wait. Again, guys, my goal in this is to see this piece of shit in jail. That's it. I get nothing out of this. I'm giving myself the objectives. So, David, there's no stopping me, dude, okay? Just letting you know. So, questions, comments, concerns, you guys leave them below. Anything else? You guys have a good day, good week. David, you're a piece of shit.